Today is a very important day for women's cricket, not just here in India, but all over the world. The first ever women's IPL auctions are being conducted today in Mumbai. 448 players are in the fray, out of which 269 are Indians and the rest overseas players. 5 teams were bidding for these players to fill a total of 90 slots. Let me give you the big highlights from the evening. As expected, Indian players have raked in the big bucks so far. Opener Smriti Mandhana is the most valuable player at 3.4 crore rupees. She will be playing for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Another batter, Jemimah Rodriguez, will play for Delhi Capitals. Her auction was closed at 2.2 crore rupees. Young gun Shefali Verma was also scooped up by Delhi Capitals for 2 crore rupees. Team India's captain, Harmanpreet Kaur, will be playing for Mumbai Indians. They sealed a deal at 1.8 crore rupees. All-rounder Deepti Sharma was bought by the UP Warriors for 2.6 crore rupees, while fellow all-rounder Pooja Vastrakar was bought by Mumbai Indians for 1.9 crore rupees. Amongst the foreign players, there was heated bidding for the likes of Ashley Gardner and Natalie Skeever. Both players went for 3.2 crore rupees. Australian star Elsie Perry will also be paying for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Her top bid was 1.7 crore rupees. Now, I know these numbers may seem random to you, so let's compare these bids to the last men's IPL auctions. England all-rounder Sam Curran was the most expensive buy at more than 18 crore rupees. That's almost 5 times the highest bid in the women's IPL. But let's keep the records aside and focus on the average. In 2022, the average salary in men's IPL was 3.7 crore rupees, still higher than Smriti Mandhana's bid in 2023. So while we celebrate the women's IPL auctions, let's not forget that the journey is long and hard. We are still a long way to go from gender pay parity. Let me show you some numbers here. In the NBA, a female player earns around $75,000. Guess how much the male players earn? $83 lakh. $75,000 and $83 lakh. In golf, female players earn around $48,000. The men earn $12 lakh. Tennis, women earn $238,000. Men, $3,035. These numbers have not improved in decades for now. If we talk about cricket, the BCCI announced a historic move last year. They announced equal pay for male and female cricketers. It is definitely a commendable move, but it doesn't solve the problem. Athletes earn most of their money from endorsements and corporate deals, from advertisement. Government contracts and match fee make up a very small part of their income. For example, Indian captain Harmanpreet Kaur is said to earn anywhere between 50 to 70 lakh rupees per endorsement. Guess how much Virat Kohli charges? 7 to 10 crore rupees per day. Now, don't get us wrong, Kohli more than deserves the money he's charging. His achievement and popularity speak for themselves. We are saying Harmanpreet also deserves the same. So why then do women cricketers get paid less? Some say it's because brands are concerned about traction and reach. A Virat Kohli will draw in more eyeballs and more traction than Harmanpreet. So it's more returns per dollar spent. But there's a counter argument to that. If results dictate pay parity, then why do women in corporate jobs also get paid less? The fact is, women are underpaid across the board in our country and across the world. The reason is plain and simple: patriarchy and misogyny, which is why projects like the women's IPL are so very important. Not only do they give women a platform to perform, they help us understand just how wide the pay gap is as well. Let me go across. All right, I do believe that our guest is not ready for the moment, so we'll try and go across to him in just a bit. But this is the big story that we are tracking this evening about the auctions at the Women's Premier League and who has bagged whom and what this really means for women's cricket here in India. Very important day in cricket. The first ever women's IPL auction that was conducted today. 448 players in the fray, out of which 269 are Indians and the rest are overseas players. There were 5 teams, as I said, that were bidding for these players to fill a total of 90 slots. And the big highlights, let me quickly run you through the figures once again as we wait for our guest this evening to join in. And who is joining us this evening? We have Karan Ambardar, who is joining us this evening, running a bit late, I think. Anyhow, let's quickly run you through the figures and put the graphics as well. Opener Smriti Mandhana, the most valuable player at 3.4 crore rupees. She'll be playing for the Royal Challengers. You have Jemima Roderick, who will be playing for Delhi Capitals. Her auction was closed at 2.2 crore rupees. There she is on your screens. You have young gun Shefali Verma, who also was scooped up by Delhi Capitals for about 2 crore rupees. Then you had Team India's captain, Harmanpreet Kaur. She'll be playing for Mumbai Indians. They sealed the deal at 1.8 crore rupees. You have all-rounder Deepti Sharma, who's been bought by the UP Warriors for 2.6 crore rupees. And you have Pooja Vastrakar, who was bought by Mumbai Indians as well for 1.9 crore rupees. Karan, I believe you're ready with us. Hi, good evening. Good to have you here.
Good evening. I'm so sorry.
Mandhana, 3.4 crore rupees. That's fine. That's fine. Happens. Could it have been more? Does this, there's been so much buzz around this auction. Does it justify the buzz?
Oh, absolutely. I think it justifies the buzz. If you look at the numbers, you were quoting a few numbers. I think there's one number that you missed out. Let's not go by the salary that each individual is getting. Let's see the amount of money that is being spent on a league like this for the first time, which is happening across the globe. If you go back in 2008, the men's IPL, 8 teams were sold for somewhere around, if you take today's dollar conversion, they were sold for somewhere around 7,000 odd crores, if I'm not wrong. And this IPL, women's IPL, 5 teams have been sold for around 5,000 crores. That's a huge number. The most expensive team being, of course, the Ahmedabad team for around 1,300 crores. Back in 2008, the most expensive team was RCB for somewhere around 900 odd crores if you use today's conversion rate. So these are the big numbers that we need to notice. And also, let's not forget, it's an initiative. It's a fantastic initiative that has been taken, should have been done a couple of years ago, but I'm sure that the COVID hampered the whole plans of BCCI. But let's not focus on these 2.6 crores or 1.2 crores. These are also big numbers. If you realize their base price around 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, they have been sold for more than most of the men's players are actually sold in the IPL. So it should be an encouraging, these numbers, we should not focus on them. I'm sorry, but we should not be focusing on these numbers. Let's look at the bigger picture. Women's IPL is happening. We should be all proud of it that, the female team is performing so well globally, and now they have their own franchise league.
Okay, speaking of the bigger picture, in the male IPL, I remember when it started, there were many domestic players who emerged from the shadows of local cricket after getting a chance to play with international greats. Is that something that will help our domestic women cricketers as well? Do you see that happening?
Absolutely. You will be playing with all these international players on a regular basis. You'll be sharing the dressing room with them. Young girls coming from small cities, small districts will now get exposed to the bigger picture, the bigger league, the one that they aspire to play with. So yes, of course, it's going to help our women's cricket set up in a very big way. There's going to be more exposure, new tricks of the trade will be learned, some things that the Indian team doesn't have, maybe the Australians have. The Australians, of course, are they have the finest women's team. They won multiple World Cups. We have lost to them a couple of times in the semis, in the finals. So there's lots to learn. And that's exactly what's going to happen from this women's IPL.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment, Karan. Thank you very much for getting us the bigger picture and telling us not to concentrate on the numbers. This is the first auction, and I'm fairly certain the numbers will only go up next time. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. On that note, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more. Bye. There's much more coming up on the other side. Do stay with us.